Time for Gimme 5. Mike Pence was on some of the shows on Sunday, including CBS Face the Nation, and he got a grilling, but he handled himself wonderfully. He really did. And the attack on how could Donald Trump say this about these women accusers? They ever ask Hillary about the nuts and sluts defense or the war room and the whole hiring private detectives against accusers? No. But Donald Trump, of course, he's the evil one. So here's some of it right now.
What's really remarkable, though, John, is in a week where you have this series of unsubstantiated allegations, and of course there's competing evidence that's coming out regarding these particular incidents, we have an avalanche of hard evidence about Hillary Clinton's years as Secretary of State and the Clinton Foundation. We found out this week, because of another network's efforts, that while she was Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton actually, her team directed contracts for the reconstruction of Haiti after the earthquake to friends of the Clintons. This is exactly the kind of political favoritism that she said wasn't happening.
I want to ask you about
and
your
it's being
candidate,
largely
though,
ignored by this network and largely ignored by the mainstream national media, John, and the American people frankly see right through it.
5 interruptions. 5 interruptions during that answer because CBS and Face the Nation doesn't want to hear what we found out through WikiLeaks with regard to the Clinton Foundation being crooked as a crooked doornail or whatever that expression is, and Hillary talking about Catholics, or Podesta talking about forcing a revolution among Catholics, and needy Latinos, and right on down the list. Right on down the list. They don't want 5 interruptions in that little soundbite. Here's more.
Clear that he categorically denies.
But what about the treatment of these people coming forward, sir?
Against him this week? Well, but John,
Sick,
what about calling half of our supporters a basket of deplorables? What
so
about
it's okay
the emails
if Hillary
that came
Clinton
out
does
this
it?
week?
Is it
what about the
two wrongs
emails
make a
this
right?
week that came out with the most anti-Catholic, anti-evangelical rhetoric that I've ever seen by anybody in a high position in public life? I mean, John, honestly, the reason why you see the resilience in our numbers around the country, the reason why you see such determination of the American people is frankly, people see an overwhelming bias in the national media.
Absolutely, and you heard him interrupt him there. What, 3, 4 more times? They don't want to hear it. None of them do. It's an organized effort. It's coordinated. It will not, the truth will not get through. We know that. But Pence was marvelous, right? Perfect, and more. Watch.
Ignorance about an avalanche of hard evidence about Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation in her years as Secretary of State, and end up putting above the fold and leading the news with these unconfirmed, unsubstantiated allegations. And I think it frankly is why we're just going to continue to fight every single day between now and Election Day to change the direction of this country.
Now, you heard me with John Zogby at the beginning of this segment to talk about how he's, down with women tremendously, and he has all kinds of problems. Washington Post ABC News poll came out over the weekend, and it showed on Sunday, and it showed a 4-point Hillary lead. Before the Billy Bush sex tape thing was ever released, Hillary had a 2-point lead. Now it's 4. And there's got to be a reason for that. It's got to be that the public at large does not believe these female accusers, and it's got to be, as Mike Pence says, they're sick of the media conspiracy against Donald Trump. More.
Like in a very real sense, that the Democrat Party and many of you in the media are working together to prevent the kind of change the American people long to see of a stronger and more prosperous America, and we're going to fight our way all the way to election.
Yep. Absolutely. Now, John Dickerson talks about another issue. Donald Trump saying the election is rigged. Watch.
The election is rigged. My question is that a responsible thing for a candidate to say?
Well, I think what Donald Trump is talking about is, frankly, what appears to be the monolithic support of the national media for Hillary Clinton's campaign, their willful ignorance about the avalanche of hard evidence, not allegations, John, but hard evidence now coming out in these emails of collusion and pay-for-play politics, and the American people are just tired of it.
And there was an interruption there, too. He said, Governor, like he tried to interrupt him. Pence is on message because it is all about the media corruption the disintegration of whatever semblance of media we still had left in this country. You thought they were in the tank for Obama? You've never seen anything like this, and Pence is continuing to hammer it home. One more.
People are getting awful tired of this two-on-one fight with many of you in the national media doing half of Hillary Clinton's work for every day. All we're asking for is, while whatever you want to report about our campaign, let's get out there, let's let the facts speak for themselves, but let's get before the American people this avalanche of emails that is confirming pay-to-play politics and outright corruption during the Clinton years.
They're interrupting him again. They can't stand it. Don't forget, on Friday, I played you Don Lemon saying that Hillary's not laughing on that tape about defending the child rapist. She's just not laughing. When, of course, she is laughing. The media thinks you're a bunch of morons, and that's why Donald Trump still has a good chance. Thanks for watching.